Hi guys, hope you're doing well. This video is going to be about something that I don't usually do videos on, like dreams or visions or anything. Not that God can't communicate in those things. I'm not a sensationist. I believe that God can communicate and does communicate, and he goes into His Word and says that in the end times that He would give visions and dreams and so forth. I never really been one to put those out there, but I did have a unique thing, and I was kind of contemplating that today, to put it out there. But yeah, it was pretty unique for me, anyway. For some people, maybe this is commonplace, but for me, I generally don't have dreams, and I very seldom, if I do, I certainly don't remember them. But this one was pretty vivid and really amazing in the sense of its realism and clarity. So I thought it important to do a video because of that. So anyway, that's what this video is about. And I know there's people out on on the internet and YouTube and so forth that have done videos on the Rapture and so forth. But yeah, this was a pretty realistic dream. That was pretty amazing. So I'm just gonna put it out there like that. It is what it is. I don't want to drive too much from it. At the same time, I think it's important enough for a message that who knows, maybe God's saying something. So anyway, so here it goes. So this is what occurred. So anyway, I was asleep obviously last night, and like I said, I very seldom ever have a dream, much less one that I even remember. It's just not something that I get. Well, this one was pretty vivid, and I remember it completely. So suddenly, I'm standing at a familiar place, and that I go to, and I'm looking out the window, and suddenly the clouds, the clouds that we would normally see in the sky, in a sense, is, I don't want to say it like it's separated, but it's kind of like that. And suddenly it was like a rolling clouds in a very dramatic and fast motion, moving directly towards towards me in my direction. I could see it, and as it was rolling and increasing in size and intensity and so forth, I could see light emanating from these clouds that were rolling in, and these lights were reflecting out of it. And suddenly, you would think, okay, and I remember distinctly saying in this, I was like, this is it. This is the rapture. The rapture's happening, and I'm looking at it, and I could feel the emotions of the imminency of me departing this world. I don't know how I can do justice to this. I don't know how I can explain it. I mean, it was the emotion of it was real. The intensity of it felt real. I felt like my body was like I was prepared to leave this this body. I mean, that's the best way I could describe it. Suddenly it stopped, and what I saw was a reflection of Christ. Now, I'm not saying, oh, you can draw what you want from it, but in any case, it was a reflection of what I would perceive as Christ. And it was initially, a frontal view. It was kind of like this view. It's almost like somebody was taking a portrait, and then, but he was obviously there in a sense. So it was like this, and then slightly like this, and then a little more of a profile shot of him. And in it was, how do I describe it? Like, I don't want to say silver, but light, that appeared like silver. I mean, like that pristine white, like not a white like comes from a light bulb, which has that kind of yellowish tone or whatever you want to call it. It's just not, it was pure, like, the first thing that came to my mind was like silver was emanating from his flesh or face, and that then it stopped. That was it. That was the that was the entire dream. But it was like these clouds coming, light emanating from it, and this immense feeling of euphoric expectation, realization that this is it, the moment had come. And I mean, literally, I'm leaving this existence. This is it. And it was the most amazing type of internal feeling I can really think of. It was that emotional, and that feeling was immense. And then the picture, then suddenly this, you think, okay, well, let's see the end of this. No, it stops right there, and then it just suddenly, immediately I see an image of Christ. And it was like he was turning his head, and he would stop and turn his head, stop, and you could see these reflections of, it appeared like light that was like silver. I mean, it was so pristinely white, emanating, coming out of his face. It was, I don't know how I can describe that, but I mean, it was, I don't know. I don't know how you really describe that. So anyway, it was just so unusual of a dream for me. And I don't have dreams, and I don't go around saying, hey, I had a dream. I'm not one of those kind of people that does that. I don't post things like that. You can look at my videos. I don't go around saying, hey, I had a dream. It's very rare for me to have one. And when it does, I've had one before. I never talked about it, but it was one that when COVID first came out, I had a weird dream with that. I told one person about it, really. That was about it. And I was like, well, we'll see how it kind of plays out. But in any case, this one is the only other dream I've really had. So it's rare for me to have them, much less remember them. And now we'll see how it kind of plays out. So in any case, I thought it was notable enough to me and important enough to me that it seemed unusual enough to me that it's something that I should share. So there it is. Take it for what it's worth. It's a dream. Was it something being communicated directly just to me? Was it something I'm supposed to share? Was it hard to say? One of those things. But if I'm sharing it, I think it's with Christians, those to be ready, be looking, as he says. And it was so unusual to me and strong, powerful, that I felt it important enough to share. So I think the rapture is near. I think it's very near. I think the revealing of Antichrist is very near. I think we need to be ready. I think as Christians we need to be ready, sincerely looking for the Lord, in his return, because I think he's coming soon for us. If I didn't believe that, I wouldn't say it. I truly believe that he's coming for the church. The bride is very, very soon. I think the signs of what's going on in the world is an indication of that. And I can name a number of things. I've kind of gone through that before, but so I won't do it again when you get into the rapture videos I did. But yeah, this is it was pretty amazing, I have to say. And just thinking back on it, it's kind of emotional, to think about it. It was really powerful. I mean, it was, an amazing dream. So anyway, I don't know where we go from there, but in any case, well, hope this is a blessing to you. And if anything, be ready. That's all what Jesus told us to do is, what he said to you, I say to everyone, be ready. Being ready is being ready spiritually, and in every other way as well. You know, making sure your family is aware of Christ, making sure your friends are, making sure people you come in contact with, you know, even if they're strangers, at least hear the gospel and realize the truth is found in Christ alone. So anyway, God bless, be safe, and if I don't see you in this life, I'll see you in the kingdom come. God bless.